What up, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy DMV back with another one. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come out with content. All right, now we're through with that. Now that I'm home on paternity, I've been, watching a little bit of daytime sports TV that I normally don't get to while I'm at work. And, for the most part, I'm starting to see why I'm glad that I don't get this filth every day. But I want you guys to look at a clip of Rob Parker and what he's saying about Dak Prescott.
Isn't even in his prime yet. I think Cam's coming out of his prime.
Yeah, but the difference is you saw Cam that unbelievable MVP season. He got his team to the Super Bowl. They were 15-1, so you got to give him some credit for that. We've seen him.
No, he had one. He did have a great year. I've watched NBA basketball. There are guys that have great years. Baseball, Brady Anderson out of the blue hits 50 jacks.
I remember that.
Yeah, there are guys who have great years, but Cam over time, I think, has underachieved expectations. I think Dak's overachieved, and I still think he's getting better.
But I think Dak, everything has to be perfect. And that's the thing. You got to have the defense, got to have the offensive line, got to have the running back, and then you can cover up some things. When you ask him to be that guy, you can't tell me right now, game on the line, 45 seconds ago, and you're giving the ball to Dak Prescott to win the game. I can name you 10 other guys I'd rather have the football.
But if he's 11, who else is out there?
Well, but I'm just saying, I'm not paying a third-tier quarterback $30 million.
Yeah, those other 10 guys I can't sign.
And here's the other thing. If Jerry Jones does not sign Ezekiel Elliott, given with all the stuff on the table he's trying to win, it'll be his second worst decision since him and Jimmy Johnson parted back in 1995. But back, that was the last time Jerry Jones and the Cowboys have won 3 or 4 playoff games since then. Barry Switzer came in and won, but that was Jimmy Johnson's team.
And momentum.
And all that. You know it. And they haven't won since. Jerry, I can't believe that he's going to fumble this away by being cheap and playing around with a guy who matters this much. Jerry Jones, stop playing a game. You're not going to win with Dak Prescott only. Do not do it. You remember he did it last time with Emmett. They didn't pay him. He set out the first 2 games. The Cowboys were 0-2. I'm telling you, the Cowboys can't give up any games. And Colin, it's not just 2 games. Say if he held out and he didn't pay him after the first 2 games, then it might take him game 3, 4 to get back into shape.
Well, Zeke is a guy that can put on weight pretty quickly.
So I'm just saying,
yeah.
That might wind up costing you 4 games until he's back to football shape.
I will say this, Philadelphia is the most talented team maybe in the league. It's not a division.
It's amazing to me how these guys, I know that they put their they put their work in because they did articles and stuff like that. So they've had to pound the pavement, as they would say. But it's amazing to me that they allow these guys to get on TV and not have to spout any facts. Like, everything that he just said was an opinion, other than the Emmett holdout stuff. That stuff was true. But not one fact was spouted at all. The guy said something around Rob Parker said something around Dak Prescott. If you give him the ball with 45 seconds left, you're not going to trust him. What the hell football have you been watching? Have you been under a rock? The dude has 14 game-winning drives in his career. He had 5 last year. As a matter of fact, he had 1 without Zeke when Zeke sat out the last week. So what is he talking about? And then there was, oh, well, they can't win without Zeke. He said something like that before I got to the recording. They won the last 4 without Zeke. What are you talking about? Dude, they have figured it out. I'm not saying that Dak Prescott is the quarterback that's going to go out there and win games out there by himself. There's only one quarterback that I've seen that has carried a team and won a Super Bowl. That's Tom Brady. I believe the year, I forget what year it is, but it was the year they beat Seattle. And that's only because Seattle didn't give the ball to Marshawn Lynch. They tried to make Russell Wilson the hero at the end, and everybody's been killing him for that play call ever since. But other than that, man, I mean, it's crazy to me how they allow these guys to get on TV and not have to have any actual facts. Dak Prescott has 14 game-winning drives and a postseason game-winning drive, which he had against Seattle last year, against a quarterback that you guys consider elite in Russell Wilson, who I consider elite as well. But with that being said, man, I see what the media is trying to do. They're trying to drive a wedge in between something that can potentially be great because they're looking for ratings. I don't know if you guys have peeped it yet, but they're trying to pit Amari, Dak, and Zeke against each other because if they pit against each other, that gets more clickbait in the long run, which I'm glad that these guys are not feeding into that. Like, I'm looking at the title, and it says, who has more value, Dak or Zeke, on the herd? And, you know, or who's more important, or whatever the heck it is. And in my opinion, why is that a question? Because, see, that's where I call irresponsible journalism. Because there's enough money for them to pay both guys, to pay all three of them. Why does it matter who's more important? They're all going to get their deals. When Michael Thomas was holding out, I didn't hear a damn peep from any of these guys really like that. When a couple of other guys, you know, Julio's up for a deal. You know, I don't see them talking about Julio Jones. Because it's the Cowboys, because it's shockwaves, they got to create their own stories, and they're creating a narrative right now. So I hope that you guys are smart enough to see that. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure, again, like I said, like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come out with content. All right, guys. Peace. Oh, before I leave, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come out with content. All right, guys. Peace. Make sure you go and subscribe to Gorilla Team ATL. Got this fly-ass beat in the background. I'm just going to let it ride out, all right?